Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Bruno Fernandes is the modern-day Portuguese maestro. I really like him for his character as well, something that's not picked up on very much. I see him as a player who always goes about his business with conviction and authority, and a proper leader.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. So we're up and running. João Neves. Bernardo Silva. João Cancelo gets into a good position. Oh, what a climb! That's really well cleared. Nuno Mendes. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Vitinha. Vitinha!
What an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free. He should be locked up after that.
João Neves. And it's Cancelo. João Cancelo, spread out to the left. This looks He's having a shot! And the ball's come loose here. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Portugal would very much seem to be growing their confidence here. You can feel it.
Portugal have a free kick. Gonçalo Inácio. Araujo. Gonçalo Inácio. Araujo. Pedro Neto. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Played back in. Bruno Fernandes. And claimed it back swiftly. Bernardo Silva knocks it out wide. In by climbs up big! It's anyone's ball now. Cleared without complication. Vitinha. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given. Penalty. Portugal presented with a golden opportunity here. The players protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
And he's kept it out. Oh, no, he's managed to miss it.
Oh, Peter, I'm not a great reader of body language, but I didn't like the way he walked up to that.
Tries to get it clear. Masuaku. Mbemba. That's a lovely, neat pass. Bakambu. Bakambu proves just a little bit too strong. Bruno Fernandes. Pedro Neto. Bruno Fernandes. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo! Bakambu, now he's off and running. Inacio attempts a clearance. Araujo clears it away. Masuaku shifted upfield. João Neves gets it away. Cristiano Ronaldo do have a chance to counter here. Now it's Pedro Neto, and it's Mendes. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Inacio cuts out the pass. João Neves. He's having a look round. João Neves gets over and intercepts. Inacio looks to the other side, and he cuts out the supply. Masuaku. Twanzebe, long ball upfield. Bakambu, oh, good spread. Masuaku. Oh, that's neat.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Picks it up out wide. João Cancelo. Oh, he's dealt with that well. And they've got a throw. And it's Cancelo. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Cleared away.
Well, they're clearly focusing on that right side, Peter. That's where the crosses are coming from, where the danger lies.
Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
Mendes drives forward on the overlap. No way through, so back it comes. Pedro Neto wins the duel this time. Defending of the desperate variety. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Ball is over the line. João Neves. Bernardo Silva. And here's Bruno Fernandes! Herring after the ball here. Vitinha. It's been a bright start from the underdogs. Certainly got the supporters going.
Well, it's clear they've decided that the best form of defence is attack. Of course, you have to wonder whether they can keep this up for a lot longer.
Bakambu. And here's Bakambu. João Neves with a fine tackle. Araujo. Portugal, but it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Yeah, whether they've been allowed to set the standards or not, they're setting them, and a goal has to follow.
Searching passes played there. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. throw-in. Swings it across. That's really well manoeuvred. Played out to the right. And he's there to get it away. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Tuanzebe, aim forwards. Nuno Mendes. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto. Bernardo Silva. Takes a shot. It's a clearance, but not much of one. Great run on the overlap here. Hit into the middle. He can get that clear. And here's Bakambu. Bakambu. Araujo gets it away. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. And it's Masuaku. Brilliantly cut out. Moved on forwards. Steaming on goalwards. Could be danger here. Pedro Neto. And it's made its way to him. He's away. Over to the left. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Bernardo Silva. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well timed, excellent interception. And that has been clubbed away. Ooh, a delicate chip through. And that's been won straight back. Bruno Fernandes. Mendes, forwards and with intent. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes, played out to the left flank. Up he goes! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here. Cedric Bakambu really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Inacio gently done. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's played forward.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
João Neves. Pedro Neto. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Pedro Neto! Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, can he get onto this? Gonzalo Inacio. So it is still 0-0. Oh, that's a nice ball. Pedro Neto. João Neves. Bruno Fernandes. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Plenty to aim at here. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Bernardo Silva, looking here to chip it through. That pass just didn't quite work. João Cancelo. Gonzalo Inacio. Pedro Neto. Nuno Mendes. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Mendes is fouled. Well, you might think he got off lightly, it is just a verbal warning.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
Tries to get it clear. That's really well manoeuvred. Inacio makes the interception. Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka shifted upfield. Inacio is there and he can get that clear. Oh, good spread. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Well, for me, Peter, I think it's all too pedestrian and slow. They need a large injection of purpose now.
And that has been cleared. Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Bakambu. So what can they make of this? Now it's Bakambu. Bakambu played out towards the right wing. Bakambu. Good ball, good take. João Neves. João Cancelo. Vitinha. Mendes is onto it in a flash. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Wan-Bissaka defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Out to the left it goes. That looks a shot at goal! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Spread out to the left. And it's Masuaku. Oh, nice touch. Looking for a decent ball in. Chance to shoot! Oh, they could break here. João Cancelo. Now the cross. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. It's a ball kick. And here's Bakambu. Oh, lovely feet, he is such a good mover. Muscular approach does pay off here. Bernardo Silva. João Cancelo. And he goes cross-field. And it's Mendes. Oh, sweet feet. Masuaku, aim forwards. Araujo chooses to go cross-field. Gonzalo Inacio, and play cross-field, changing the point of attack. Wan-Bissaka. Played towards the front line. Now that's well seen too. Moved on forwards. Pedro Neto, done delicately. Mbemba is there and he can get that clear. Bakambu, now he's off and running. It's just beyond his reach. João Neves. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes with the cross. Now, what about a counter-attack? Wan-Bissaka, gently done. And here's Bakambu. Driving forward. Lovely bit of skill. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Nice physical challenge. Tuanzebe. And it's played forward. Pass just lacking in accuracy. That's really well manoeuvred. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Tuanzebe, long ball looking to counter. That has been cut short. João Cancelo. It's still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. Pedro Neto. And it's Mendes. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Araujo. Bernardo Silva. João Neves. Played towards the other side. Nuno Mendes. Oh, that's nice. Pedro Neto. And here's Bruno Fernandes.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And he's straight offside. João Cancelo comes inside. This might... Bruno Fernandes! Denied by an instinctive save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Can he find the finish? That's Bakambu. He's in plenty of space here. He's found the way through. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Araujo did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Back into the middle. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Out to the right. Mbemba. Quality ball. It's a throw-in. Gonzalo Inacio. Played out to the right. João Cancelo chasing after it. Succumbs to the pressure. Bruno Fernandes. Goes for the shot! No, he's missed it.
Portugal seem to have deployed this as a tactic that may need reconsideration.
Good spread. Bakambu. Bakambu! Gonzalo Inacio moved on forwards. Aim forwards. And it's hoisted clear. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. João Neves moved on forwards. Nice control. Time to deliver. Ball comes in. It's a mighty effort! There are a few waiting for it. Oh, smashing header! The captain delivers!
Well, I can tell you, that'll definitely liven up the half-time team talk. Scoring first is always a plus, but scoring with that level of quality will surely lift every member of that team now. Portugal, yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Portugal have penetrated for the first time.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Wan-Bissaka, it's a sharp pass. And it's played forward. Oh, super find. It's Cristiano Ronaldo!
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
They've played it short. It's a mighty effort! Couldn't quite get enough on that.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Played out to the right. That's a throw. Pedro Neto forwards and with intent. Time and again they are repelled. And that's really well manoeuvred. Pedro Neto. That looks a good ball through. He's got plenty of space out wide here. João Cancelo, and that's aimed into the middle. And that's been well dealt with. Araujo. And we've reached half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Portugal can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Portugal carrying a one-goal lead. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Boys, here's a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
That's been drilled forward. The pass has gone astray. Oh, quick thinking by the keeper, he did well. João Cancelo. Bernardo Silva, and it's Cancelo. Proves too strong. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Defending was strong and firm. Bruno Fernandes. Bernardo Silva. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. That has found him in acres of space. Great chance! Oh, that was extravagant by any standard.
Cristiano Ronaldo clearly felt that he was entitled to try that, and I'm inclined to agree with him. There wasn't anything else on.
That's good play. Great position here. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Portugal have reclaimed it. Inacio cuts it out. Vitinha. Araujo. João Neves. Vitinha. Pedro Neto. Vitinha. Vitinha played out towards the right wing. He's in! Bruno Fernandes! And he has kept it out somehow.
Bruno Fernandes clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Squares it away. Chooses to go back. Can he finish?
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
That's Bakambu. Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka shifted upfield. And he's picked out the run. Bakambu. That's a nicely weighted pass. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Can he finish? Gonzalo Inacio. Bruno Fernandes. Pedro Neto. And it's Mendes. João Neves. Bernardo Silva. Does really well to win the ball there. Bernardo Silva was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, nicely intercepted. And that is a little undercooked. Pedro Neto. João Neves. João Cancelo. Bernardo Silva. João Cancelo. In it comes. Defending of the desperate variety. Mbemba. Oh, there's a probing ball. Aim forwards. Oh, Red, nice interception. Vitinha forwards and with intent. Muscular approach does pay off here. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. Pedro Neto. Bruno Fernandes. Nuno Mendes tries a cross. And that has been cleared. Out towards the flank. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Calmly anticipates. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. He has found the way through. Pedro Neto! Oh, good effort, he got plenty on that.
Pedro Neto brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required. Cedric Bakambu really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Over to the left. Pedro Neto chasing after it. Had a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Spread out to the left. Masuaku. Lovely shoots! Real chance here. Bakambu. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, no question, that's a foul. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, as you'd expect, Peter, that defence ought to know when to step up or drop off, and they finally made a decision to get tighter.
It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Araujo gets across to intercept that. Bruno Fernandes. João Neves moved on forwards. Oh, nicely intercepted. And it's Mendes. That's really well manoeuvred. João Cancelo. Bernardo Silva. That pass has been well intercepted. Looking to break at pace. He's through here. Nuno Mendes. Pedro Neto. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Receives it in a good position here. There's the shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Bernardo Silva actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Vitinha goes short. And here's Vitinha. Very nicely done. So much. Tries a shot! Same again, same outcome.
They're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
João Neves. Big chance! Straight at the keeper.
Nuno Mendes really isn't likely to reflect kindly on that. He doesn't need to be told. He knows.
And it's Bernardo Silva. Oh, it's a great ball here. And he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, that's fabulous! A finish right from the top draw. And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed. Portugal are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Bernardo Silva. João Neves. Araujo. João Cancelo is onto it in a flash. That looks a cracking ball. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Nice physical challenge. Nuno Mendes. Bruno Fernandes. It's run loose here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Nuno Mendes. Gonçalo Inácio. Inácio played over towards the opposite flank. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Oh, shooting chance! Wan-Bissaka getting this one clear. Vitinha. Nuno Mendes. Climbs up big! He will be livid with himself.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
So here comes the substitution.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
Clipped into space. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Araujo shifted upfield. And it's played forward. Bakambu. Too much pressure, and he's lost the ball. Bernardo Silva. João Cancelo. Vitinha. Moved on forwards. Bernardo Silva. Araujo. Oh, he's fizzed it forward. Mbemba, gently done. Bernardo Silva, aimed forwards. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Cuts out the pass. Lofted upfield. Bakambu, now he's off and running. Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva, played out to the left flank. Succumbs to the pressure. Pedro Neto. Lovely, now then. Oh, it's a foul there, right on the edge of the box. The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, it's a beauty! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And the lead is extended still further. Oh, that is a bit special. Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Portugal find a position of real strength now.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
That's really well manoeuvred. Now that's well seen too. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And here's Neto. And here's it's Cristiano Ronaldo! And he has been fouled there. Good, strong hand by the keeper. And that has forced the very best out of the keeper. And it's going to be another one. And it's hoisted clear. João Neves opts to play it back. Pedro, real chance! Masuaku gets rid without sophistication. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And here's Bakambu. Masuaku have it back and can go again. Ambitious ball here. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Bernardo Silva. Gonçalo Inácio. Inácio shifted upfield. Just about up to 75 minutes. Portugal have scored 2 quick goals here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, perfectly measured that. And he shoots! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away. It is a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
Cristiano Ronaldo demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Nuno Mendes. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Pedro Neto. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Bernardo Silva, forwards and with intent. The less said about that pass, the better. Masuaku has played it long. Bernardo Silva. That's really well manoeuvred. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Bernardo Silva. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Up he goes! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Now it's Vitinha, played into the middle. Oh, what a climb! They've scored! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
How many? Just how many? Portugal are having a ball here.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Vitinha, Bruno Fernandes, João Neves. Now it's Bakambu. Out to the left it goes. Oh, such a clever touch. Played into the box. Cleared away. Up it! Really well taken goal. Oh, that is a late call, but it's the right one.
Yeah, the assistant did have his flag up. The referee seemed to spot it late, though. Nevertheless, the right decision.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Keeper's got good distance on that. And reclaimed it in a trice. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And he cuts out the supply. That's an imaginative pass. Nuno Mendes. Araujo. João Cancelo. And here's Bernardo Silva. Wan-Bissaka shifted upfield. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Twanzebe goes forward. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Masuaku, aim forwards. And he's there to clear it. Nuno Mendes. Pedro Neto. What a throw in. Moved on forwards. Defending of the desperate variety. And it's Wan-Bissaka. Araujo gets it clear. Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka gently done. And it's hoisted clear. Bruno Fernandes. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's heaved it away. He is just caressing the ball. And it's Cancelo. João Neves. And here's Bruno Fernandes. And the counter is on. Mbemba. And it's played forward.
Portugal couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Pedro Neto. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Five minutes left on the clock. And the shot! And it's Mendes. Pedro Neto. Vitinha. He's had a shot! Forward it goes. Bakambu is onto it in a flash. Pedro Neto. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, denied at the last. Twanzebe with Bernardo Silva has a goal! And that's wide. Looking to go deep. Climbs up big! And it's hoisted clear. Vitinha. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Bernardo Silva. João Cancelo. That's tidy. Cross from Cancelo. Here comes the corner. Clears it away. Nuno Mendes. And here's Neto. Oh, it's played in diving header! Decent chance, that is a fine delivery. Probing pass. Bakambu! Oh, he really got hold of that. Portugal have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes looking for a run-up. Bakambu chasing after it. Inacio wins the duel this time. There will be 4 extra minutes. Vitinha. Bruno Fernandes. Bernardo Silva, spread out to the left. Cross goes in there. Cleared away. Masuaku driven forward. Araujo. And here's Cristiano. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Comfortable claim for the keeper. That's really well manoeuvred. Well timed, excellent interception. Vitinha, Bernardo Silva has created 1 goal already. João Cancelo hurtling down that right flank. So there's going to be another change here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Araujo, Diogo Dalot, Rafael Leao. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Rafael Leao. He's beaten the last man. Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo! It's a goal! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
Twanzebe. Mbemba. Up towards the front line. Inacio gets over and intercepts. Diogo Dalot. Vitinha. Bernardo Silva. João Cancelo. Bernardo Silva. And it's Cancelo. Well, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. And he's there to get rid. Could move up a gear here. That has been cut short. Bruno Fernandes. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Defending of the desperate variety. has been knocked clear. And Bernardo Silva! Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka, oh, good-looking ball. João Cancelo. And that's it. Oh, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect, a win they will relish, having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was a pulsating performance. Your reflections then, Jim?
Portugal really were always favourites to start with, and try as they might, you always knew that their opponents were only going to emerge with little more than their pride intact.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.
Cada esperamos a vossa atenção. Temos uma criança também conosco. Pedimos aos pais da criança que nos ajudem para se dirigirem às informações.